I made $101,465 in 4 months on one of our single family flips, and in this video I'm going to break down exactly how I did it so you can do it too. Let's jump into the studio and break this deal down. Perfect. So number one, if you want to flip properties and make profits like I am, you gotta buy the properties direct from seller. The house is usually in major disrepair and they're just overwhelmed, financial problems, or they just want to get rid of it. They inherited a property, whatever. There's no way that property could sell in the market. We're buying these properties direct from seller, no realtors involved. This is what gets us these amazing deals. And me being a realtor, I specialize with investors, but I'm saying you gotta get rid of the realtors. It's harder for sellers to sell piece of crap homes. Well, we specialize in buying crappy homes. If you're flipping a property, like I always say, and you want to build a business, you really can't be buying these properties on the MLS. I'm sorry. When it comes to long-term rental properties, you can buy all the deals you want on the MLS. When it comes to flips, it's all about the price you pay for the property right away. We built a whole business around getting our own deals. It's a wholesale business. I'm sure you've heard of wholesalers who find deals direct from seller and usually sell them to other investors like us for a decent profit. Well, we're cutting that out as well. So we built our in-house wholesale team. We do all the marketing that you can think of, Facebook ads, all the flyers. I'm sure you've seen flyers in your own mailbox at home saying we buy houses, all cash, no commissions, no realtors. We're those people as well. And we're scooping up these deals for massive, massive discounts. So let's just say for $400,000 for easy numbers, we're buying that same property at like $300,000, $320,000. That's the discount we need to ensure we actually make a profit. So that's number one on how to build a great business and actually make a lot of profit. And yes, there are a number of sellers out there. Don't think it's impossible. There's no way I can do that. Matt's doing it, but there's no way I can. All the time, life happens, things come up where they just have to sell right now. They don't care. They just want to get rid of the house and get it off their hands. So we specialize with buying those properties. Number two, this house was so damn tiny, so we had to open it up. We always like to open up the concept as much as we can, although I always say we try and stay away from it in a sense as well, because when you open up beams, take down walls, it usually gets into permits, which gets into inspections, which usually reveals more things you gotta fix. So I don't like doing it. We're selling these properties for a profit to a real human being. That's what the buyers want. So they want to feel comfortable in the house, and we had absolutely no choice. It was so damn small. We had to open it up to make it feel bigger. We also had an open staircase, which the staircase was not open before. Cost a lot of money, but we bought it for such a great deal. Like I said, from number one, anticipate spending that money and putting it in the right place. But it was the absolute right decision. Get that stairway to be open with a glass railing. I don't like messing around with too much structure. I hate that. I just like easy flips. Paint, floor, trim, doors, kitchen, out. Sometimes you come across it, and with us having a great team and great employees on our team and a great system, we can take on these kind of more risky flips. Perfect. Because it was so tiny, there was no dining room, which sucks. I hate that. Basically, when you're flipping houses, the less sticky things a buyer can pick about, the better. Not having a dining room sucks. So what we did is we did a massive island with a hangover, like a decent hangover, to put chairs around. So that is, in a sense, the kitchen table as well as the counter. I was actually very upset that we had to do this with this property. However, we bought it for such a low price. We're selling it for a lower price on the MLS. And because it was so awesomely renovated, people said, screw it. And we sold it for a sweet price, obviously. Number three, we went a little higher end than normal on the renovations. I feel like I say that on every video that I do like this, because the house again was so small, we could afford to just spend a little more on the material. The labor didn't change, whether it was a big house or small house, cheap flooring or good flooring, the labor would have been the same. So if you just spend a little more, which is what I always recommend, but on this one, spent even a little more on the material just to make it wow people, to differentiate our property from all the other ones on the market, because we want our property to stand out. The market at that time was starting to change, just at the very beginning of the interest rate hikes, and the market was just starting to change, and buyers were becoming more and more picky. I like this market because we're professional real estate investors. We already know we kick ass. We killed everybody on the market. So I'm looking forward to this new recession, because we're gonna absolutely smoke all of the sellers now who were just throwing up properties with paint and maybe cleaning the floor, and that was it. And they would still sell for the price that we were selling at. No. Now coming up, the real designers are really gonna stand out. Anyway, that's my little rant on the recession there. We spent a little more on the backsplash. We did a really cool kind of mosaic, subway tile-ish kind of backsplash. It was really cool. We also spent a lot of money in the bathroom, really pimp that out.
Don't think about what comes after or what came before. You just
Because it was such a small house, we just had to spend money on cool key features to blow the buyer's mind, to kind of block them from looking at the fact that there was no dining room, it was so tiny, etc. So we had to do a little more. Perfect. The fourth thing we did, and what you can do as well, is we added 2 bedrooms in the basement with a full-on bathroom. Now, bedrooms in the basements always suck. Obviously, it's another sticking point on top of the no dining room. Now we got 2 bedrooms upstairs, 2 bedrooms in the basement. Not cool, not ideal. However, we did the best we could. We put in giant windows as big as we could, basement room, just to make it feel not so basement-y. At least buyers would say,
oh, it sucks that there's bedrooms in the basement. Now I gotta go all the way upstairs in the middle of the night to go to the washroom.
No, you don't. We did an amazing bathroom right down there so you can go pee or whatever. So again, we're making a bad situation as best as we could in a house that was not an ideal layout. Remember, this house was an older house, probably built in 1950s. They weren't thinking of open concept and functional living spaces back then. So we had to tear out all these things, open concept, both levels, and start from scratch. But I think it really turned out amazing, which is why we got such a crazy profit. Not all of them are 100 grand profits or more, that's for sure, but it was very welcome, and we'll do it again. Perfect. If you want to see the full before and after video, you can check that out right here or in the description below. I'll see you in the next video.